published, 558 EDT, the 24th of May 2018, updated, 1830 EDT, the 24th of May 2018. More than 70 areas of Britain have seen the biggest surge in the non-UK born population. New data revealing the changing face of Britain shows today in some parts of the country the number of people born abroad has soared by as much as tenfold. There are 77 places where the number has increased at least 6%. Boston in Lincolnshire is the most changed place in Britain between 2007 and 2017. The town's population of people born overseas has soared from 3% to 29%. Many of the places with the biggest change were also the most strongly supportive of Brexit. Today's data from the Office for National Statistics also reveals there are more Romanians living in Britain than Irish for the first time, and the population in parts of London is due to expand by nearly a fifth over a decade as immigration helps push England's population to 58.5 million. The swelling capital is expected to be the biggest contributor to growth in numbers over the coming years. According to official estimates released today, London is set to have 9.54 million residents, just short of megacity status, by 2026, up 774,000 from the middle of 2016. The 8.8% net increase drives an England-wide growth of 5.9%. More than 70 areas of Britain have seen the biggest surge in numbers of non-UK born people. New data revealing the changing face of Britain shows today. The places changing fastest are shown in darker blue. London is expected to be the biggest contributors to growth in England in the coming years, according to official estimates released today. The Office for National Statistics, ONS, privacy policy. The ONS's latest midterm population forecasts show that migration from abroad will add 754,000 to the size of London by 2026. Another 771,000 is as a result of the birth rate being higher than the death rate. However, the rise in numbers will be offset by 757,000 Londoners moving to other parts of the UK. 5 of the 10 authorities where growth is expected to be highest are in London. Between 2007 and 2017, the number of foreign-born residents changed the most in the following areas: Boston 3% to 29%, Harlow 4% to 21%, Barking and Dagenham 24% to 38%, East Staffordshire 4% to 17%, Northampton 12% to 24%. Tower Hamlets is on track to be home to 354,000 by 2026, up by 17.8%. Barking and Dagenham will grow 15.4% to reach 240,000, while numbers in Hackney are expected to rise 13.3% to 309,000. All the regions in England are expected to get bigger. The east of the country is due to rise 7.3% to 6.57 million over the decade, and the southwest will see a 6.6% increase to 5.88 million. In the southeast, numbers will top 9.54 million by mid-2026, up some 6.4%. The northeast is set to have the lowest growth at 1.9%. Only 15 local authorities in England are expected to see numbers fall. Separate figures issued by the ONS today show that the rise in EU nationals living in the UK continued in the aftermath of the Brexit referendum. The EU8 are the Czech Republic, Estonia, Hungary, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Slovakia, Slovenia. The EU2 are Romania and Bulgaria. Barrow-in-Furness is predicted to be down 4.6% to 64,400, and Copeland 4.2%, 66,400. Romanian has become the second most common non-British nationality in the UK. Figures show the number of Romanian nationals living in the UK in 2017 was estimated to be 411,000, a jump of 25% on the previous year, and the largest increase for any country. Polish remains the most common non-British nationality, with an estimated 1 million in the UK. Romania has overtaken the Republic of Ireland and India to move from 4th to 2nd place in the list. Some 350,000 Irish nationals lived in the UK in 2017, while there were 346,000 Indians. The figures, from the Office for National Statistics, ONS, show the total number of non-British nationals living in the UK in 2017 was 6.2 million, up 4% on 2016's total of 6 million. That is a smaller rise than that recorded between 2015 and 2016, when the number rose by 8%. Nicola White of the ONS Migration Statistics Division said, "Non-UK born and non-British populations continued to increase in 2017, as more people continued to come to the UK to live than move to live abroad for a year or more. Of the 3.23 million increase forecast in the population of England, nearly half, 1.72 million, is accounted for by immigration. The rest is almost all down to the gap between birth rate being higher than the death rate. The proportion of local authorities where more than a quarter of people are aged 65 or over is expected to treble, from a ninth to a third." ONS population expert Andrew Nash said, "While the overall populations of all regions in England are projected to increase over the next decade, reasons for these increases vary greatly depending on where you live. For instance, projected population change in London is mainly caused by natural change, the difference between the number of births and deaths, and not migration. This is because London's net inflow of international migrants is offset by a similar number of people moving to other parts of the UK. That contrasts with the North East, where growth is mostly down to migration. What's also clear is that the population is aging in all regions, with the number of people aged 65 and over growing considerably faster than younger age groups. Meanwhile, the ONS has released separate figures on the breakdown of the UK population by country of birth and nationality. The non-UK born population rose from 9.2 million in 2016 to 9.4 million last year, and the non-British population went up from 6 million to 6.2 million. Romanian has become the second most common non-British nationality in the UK, figures show. A heat map produced by the ONS shows in blue regions where the population is forecast to grow by 2026. The orange areas will see population fall. The number of Romanian nationals living in the UK in 2017 was estimated to be 411,000, a jump of 25% on the previous year, and the largest increase for any country. Almost 100 towns and cities will have a third of their population as pensioners in less than a decade. The startling rise in the age of 97 places was revealed in new population forecasts today. It compares with 36 areas which had 25% of their population aged over 65 in 2016. The projections said that the number of over 65s in London will grow by nearly a quarter by 2026. There will also be increases of a fifth or more in the older population in the East, the South East, and the East Midlands, and in the South West the forecast increase in people over 65 is 19.9%. Polish remains the most common non-British nationality, with an estimated 1 million in the UK. Romania has overtaken the Republic of Ireland and India to move from fourth to second place in the list. Some 350,000 Irish nationals lived in the UK in 2017, while there were 346,000 Indians. Nicola White of the ONS Migration Statistics Division said, "Non-UK born and non-British populations continued to increase in 2017, as more people continued to come to the UK to live than move to live abroad for a year or more. Poland-born residents and Polish nationals were the most common populations from outside the UK. However, the largest increases in population were seen from those born in Romania and those with Romanian nationality." Alp Mehmet, Vice Chairman of Migration Watch UK, said, "There is still no sign of a net outflow of EU-born people as a result of Brexit. Indeed, they are still coming in significant numbers and contributing to a population increase which is simply unsustainable."